Hey there, it's Anna. Welcome back to my art channel and thank you for stopping by. So if you are an artist, at some point you are going to have a canvas that is saggy, where the canvas surface is loose on its frame and it just doesn't look good. And that can be a problem for any artist, but especially for a fluid artist like me. If your canvas is loose, then the paint that you put on top of it, it's all going to flow to the middle and your design is going to get warped and it's going to look terrible. So that's a problem. The good news is that I have a solution that I'm about to show you. The better news is that you already have everything you need to use this solution. The better news is that this tip works for unfinished canvases and also finished canvases. Even if they've been varnished, this still helps to tighten them up. So let's go learn how to do it right here. Hey there everybody, so I've got two canvases here that I need to tighten up. So this one of course I have not painted yet. This is a 12 by 24 inch gallery wrapped canvas, and can you see how loose that is? I mean, that surface is just super loose. And then this other one, this was a test piece I did testing two different cell activators, cheap cell activators, on a bloom recipe, which I ended up just loving the way the colors and the flow worked. But as you can see, these corners are showing that the canvas has gotten kind of loose. So this is varnished and everything, but you can tighten up even a varnished painting with this same method. So I have this little mister bottle of water. You can use a larger spray bottle. I just don't have one. Usually I just use a squirt bottle and kind of rub it around with my hands or with a paintbrush. So I'm going to show you how to tighten up the slack on your canvas so that you have a nice, smooth, tight surface. So I'll show you on this one first. Basically, you take water and you either spray it all along the back. Obviously, it's going to take more sprays with a mister bottle than it would with like a big spray bottle, but you want to completely moisten the back. Okay, so you can just wipe it with your hand to make sure it's all evenly distributed. The last thing is, I've never done this on a gallery wrapped canvas. To get the corners, sometimes it helps to use a paintbrush and brush. That way you can brush that water in under those corners. Because the corners are often places where a canvas will stay more floppy. So you can use a paintbrush and just brush some water back in there. So in terms of brushing under the corners and under the side edges, I don't know that you have to do that every time. You could always try just spraying the whole back and then see how it tightens up. And if you have wrinkled corners, then do it again, but make sure to get those corners wet. But easier to just try it on the first try. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to get it in the light, that wrinkle there. So that already has a bit of a wrinkle in the corner. So I definitely want to make sure that that corner gets enough water into it that the canvas will absorb that and tighten itself up. It is more challenging under a gallery wrapped canvas than on a standard backed canvas. Okay, so this one can be set aside now. It's all been treated. It's actually, I can feel it's already tightening up, which is crazy. It's possible that I'll need to get these corners again because those are just hard to get to, but we'll do that later. So for this one is already varnished, and it doesn't, like, if I press on it, you can't see that much give, partly because it's a very thick coating of paint and a thick coating of varnish, but you can tell there in the corners it is not quite tight. So I'm going to show you with this one. You can just put some water on the back of your canvas if you don't have a spray bottle, and just wipe it with your hand. That was kind of a lot of water. I don't know if you can see how much water I put on there. But then, yes, again with this, since the corners were what we want to get in particular, we want to make sure that we get water all the way underneath, all the way to the corner of the canvas. So make sure you push it far enough back that moisture is getting on there, because it's as the canvas takes in that moisture and then dries, all of those fibers, they tighten up. So if there's an area that doesn't get wet, it's not going to tighten. So you want to make sure that especially the areas that you're trying to get, that those get dampened. Okay, and I actually put too much water on this, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of that back. All right, so there's that. Can't tell much difference on either of these right away, but I will show these to you tomorrow, probably, because it's nighttime right now for me. Basically set them in a dry place where they can dry and tighten, and then check them again once they're completely dry, and you should see, like this one already, my goodness. Can you hear that? It's like a drum. It was so slack. I am going to do these corners one more time because they're not as tight as the center is. Make sure I get those nice and well, and I will show you when these are all dry and just show you how much better they look. All right, the canvases are dry, so because I did the spraying of them overnight, it's the next day, but it doesn't take overnight usually. It only takes a few hours depending on how dry your environment is. So as you can see, this is much, much tighter. There's no sag in it. No harm to the back. Looks great. The corners are good. We have no wrinkles in the corners. And then even on this one, this varnished piece, you can see those corners. They're not absolutely perfect, but it's a lot tighter than it was. You know, you can feel it feels tighter and firmer, and the front edge looks much less loose. So that's a simple, easy trick on how to tighten up your saggy, loose canvases. Works on a bare canvas, works on a varnished canvas, and it's super easy. So good luck with that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back to my channel and check out some of my other videos because I've got lots of great tutorials and lots of great tips. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.